I'm Chef Kelly, and this is what I do.
I love this song. Thanks, Rick. We're in the Fox 2 kitchen this morning with Chef Kelly and Chef Katie.
Hi.
Hi, and we're making tapas, and I get tapas and tilapia mixed up.
Well, that's an easy mistake.
Is it? Because I don't think I know what either one is. But what is tapas?
Okay.
And it's got quite a history, right?
It does. It's a very rich history. It has like Spanish roots, and like the folktale is like in the barkeeps would take a little piece of like bread or a little piece of ham and give it to their customers to cover their glass to keep the fruit flies out.
Oh,
like when they were drinking their sherry.
Right.
So from that, then the smart barkeeps decided, well, if we give them salty things, if we give them munchy things, they'll drink more.
Great.
So that was like sort of like the premise that tapas started. But of course, Cam, now it's like crazy sexy, and it's like whenever even you go to a restaurant that has small plates, you always think if it's Spanish related or not, you always think of tapas. And also with Spain, just like here, it has a huge melting pot of influences from like Moroccan to African to Northern Europe. I mean, it's really a melting pot of Europe. So there's a lot of different flavors.
Lots of tastes.
And as you can see, we have a whole bunch of tapas to talk about.
You always bring so much. It's great. We love having you.
Overdue on the food thing. All right. So let's just talk about a couple things, then I'll get rolling. Tapas always like little olives, like kind of like little mouth treats is kind of what we're talking about. So winter, summer, spring. The other thing that's nice about tapas, Cam, is you could have this seasonally. I mean, there's no right or wrong season for it. Be great in the summer on the deck with some sangria, some marinated olives. Nuts are really big. The nice thing about tapas, Cam, is it's kind of just what it is. It could be just marinated shrimp or calamari salad. It's not necessarily so fancy. It's just real food.
So if you have a big St. Patrick's Day parade or a big St. Patrick's Day party coming up, maybe a little
some
tapas.
little tapas bites. Absolutely.
Go Irish or something.
Yeah, you could put an Irish twist on it. So the first thing we're going to do is little empanadas, which certainly have some Spanish roots. I mean, you also people, the Mexican food, you know, empanadas are big, but we'll just start with our Danish dough. Online, there's a recipe to actually make the dough if you wanted to, but we're not going to do that today because of time constraints.
Right, so you always understand that.
So there we go. That's the Danish dough, really nice. You always want it to be cold, Cam, otherwise it's really hard to work with. And our mixture here is just like a really nice mushroom mixture. It has ham in it and onions and peppers. And I bought this like for 50 cents at the little Asian store, and that's what I use for my little empanada press.
Oh, they're like little teeny tacos.
Yeah, well, and everybody makes the same thing. They just call it something different.
Right.
Like the Asian people would call this a dumpling.
Oh,
the Spanish people would call it, you know, an empanada. All right, so easy enough, right?
Sure.
Fold it over, we're going to bake it, and then we'll end up with something over here that looks all pretty and golden. Another great idea is just fresh tomatoes. This is super big in Spain. They'll take like a crostini and they'll literally just, you know, toast it up and they'll put a little fresh tomato on it, Cam, and just like, isn't that great? Just rub it on. And put a little of the Serrano ham. Like Serrano ham has a very rich history. It's kind of like the Spanish prosciutto. It kind of looks like prosciutto.
Got it.
So you kind of get like a little bit of that salt and sweet. Then even just like, you know, another little touch of olive oil is great. And bacon, and here he comes. You say ham, and there's Jason Carr.
What's going on?
How are you?
I'm well.
Good. So our little ham crostini, or Spanish bruschetta, so to speak. Another really great fast idea for tapas is to take a grape, and we call them like little grape jewels. These are great with like sangria, a little bit of wine, and what we'll do is just take a little bit of the blue cheese mousse, and you can probably wear gloves, otherwise you'll get a little messy. And we'll just roll the cheese in that, and we'll just put it in the nuts.
What kind of nuts?
Ground walnuts, but you know, I mean, anything would be good, Cam. You could use hazelnuts, you could use pistachios, and you end up with these...
Nuts? Just kidding. Just kidding.
I love grape nuts.
Today. All right, so there we go. So then we have this beautiful globe with grape and cheese, and it's great with sangria. you know, a beer on the porch. So, I mean, all of these things are just fun. You know, baked goat cheese with tomatoes and onions are great. And then I think Katie is making...
I am making a chorizo stuffed date. So these are dates. These happen to be pitted. Basically, we're just going to take them and cut a small little slit in them, and in that cavity where they pitted the dates, we're going to stuff some of this cooked Spanish chorizo, and we just browned it off and cooked it. We're going to take a little bit of bacon. This is just, you know, regular bacon. Bacon. And then we're just going to roll it up. We actually cut it into thirds, so we're going to roll this up nice and tight. And then you want to place it seam side down in your baking vessel. We made a little bit of glaze, which is tomato. We kicked it up with a little bit of canned chipotle, I believe. You know, just kind of give it a nice little spice. And then when you bake it in the oven, that smokiness of the bacon and the smokiness of the pepper and the sweetness of the date kind of just all melds together and makes a nice
interesting combination.
Yep, nice
Great
little
with cocktails,
tasty
Cam, honestly. And you could make these, like you could make the dates. This is a picture of them all cooked, like roasted. It's like the salty and the sweet. And the empanadas, these are also great. You can make those ahead of time and freeze them and just bust them out of the freezer, like when you're ready to roll with them. I mean, all these things. The croquettes, we have that recipe on the website too today. The grape jewels, the chorizo dates, the mushroom empanadas.
Very busy.
Spanish bruschetta. We're having a little sangria party right after break, so come on back.
All right then. Now you've got my interest. All right. Thanks, ladies, for being with us.
Thanks, Sam.